Have you ever had a cat approach you out of nowhere and just sit near you? Or maybe it rubbed against your legs, stared deeply into your eyes, or even followed you. This might not be random. In Islam, everything in the universe happens with the knowledge of Allah. Even the smallest creature, even a simple moment, can carry a message. And yes, that includes cats. Did you know some scholars believe that animals, especially cats, can sense the presence of angels? Their calm behavior, especially around people who are praying or reciting Quran, may not be mere coincidence. Let's not forget the deep affection our beloved Prophet Muhammad had for cats. His cat, Muedza, was so beloved that once, when she slept on the Prophet's robe, he cut his sleeve off rather than disturb her. He treated her not just as a pet, but as part of his household, with mercy and care. Just recently, a video went viral from Istanbul during Taraweeh prayers in Ramadan. A cat walked gracefully into a mosque, climbed onto the Imam's lap mid-prayer, and lay down peacefully. The Imam smiled gently and continued praying. No one removed the cat. It was as if the moment was divinely blessed. Could it be that when a cat comes to you, it's carrying a message from Allah? A reminder, a test, a comfort, or even a hidden blessing? Stay to the end, because the seventh message might change the way you see cats forever. Have you ever had a strange, emotional, or even spiritual moment involving a cat? Tell us your story. We might feature it in our next video, inshallah. Before starting this video, don't forget to like this video, because it gives us a lot of strength to continue sharing beneficial content. And I invite you to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell to stay informed of our next publications on the Islamic faith. Share it with your loved ones and leave a comment to tell me what you think. Thank you and good video. Message 1. Allah might be sending you peace. Sometimes, in the middle of grief, confusion, or exhaustion, a cat will come sit next to you. No words, no judgment, just presence. And maybe, just maybe, that's the mercy of Allah, reaching you in a gentle, unexpected form. In the Quran, Allah reminds us, indeed, with hardship comes ease. Surah Al-Inshirah 94:6. Ease doesn't always come as a solution to the problem. Sometimes it comes as comfort, a soft moment that soothes your heart. That's what many believe happens when a cat comes close during your lowest moments. One story that touched millions came from Morocco. A woman who had lost her son sat alone on a bench in a park, her face silent and her eyes lost. Out of nowhere, a stray cat jumped into her lap. Instead of running away when touched, the cat lay still, curled up, and purred softly. The woman began to cry, not in pain, but in relief. Witnesses said it was the first time she had shown emotion in weeks. That cat stayed by her side for hours. It became a symbol of healing in her community. This isn't a new concept in Islam. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad once told a powerful story. A woman was punished in hell because she imprisoned the cat. She neither gave it food nor allowed it to feed itself from the earth. Sahih Bukhari. This hadith reminds us how we treat animals matters deeply in our deen. But it also flips the message. If harming an animal can lead to punishment, then comforting and honoring one can lead to mercy and reward. So when a cat approaches you, especially during a moment of sadness, it might not be random. It might be Allah's way of showing you that you're not alone. A small sign that His peace is closer than you thought. Could it be that Allah is sending you comfort through His creation? That in the silence of that moment you are being reminded, I am near? What did you feel the last time a cat approached you while you were going through something difficult? Your story might help someone else feel seen and heard today. Message 2. A reminder of your fitra, natural goodness. In Islam, every human being is born with fitra, a pure, natural disposition. A soul created to recognize truth, goodness, and the oneness of Allah. Over time, this fitra can be clouded by pain, trauma, sin, or forgetfulness. But sometimes, a small creature can remind you of what's still alive inside you. Cats often approach people who are calm, kind, or spiritually centered. And that's not just spiritual wisdom. It's backed by science. Studies show that cats are drawn to individuals with steady emotional regulation and gentle energy. Unlike dogs, they're highly selective in social engagement. When a cat comes near you, it might be sensing something pure, something deep within you that even you have forgotten. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad had a deep bond with cats, especially his well-known companion, Muezza. One day as the Prophet prepared to go to prayer, he found Muezza asleep on the sleeve of his robe. Rather than disturb her, he gently cut the sleeve off and left it behind. A gesture of compassion that showed his respect for even the smallest creation. He didn't speak to animals with just words, but with the language of the heart, fitra recognizing fitra. In Jordan, near refugee camps where war and loss have scarred many lives, stray cats have become unexpected healers. Aid workers noticed that traumatized children, silent, withdrawn, began to smile again while petting stray cats. Some kids would wait outside tents just to feed them. One child said, "The cat doesn't ask questions. It just comes and stays." When no one else saw their pain, the cats did. Maybe animals, especially cats, are more in tune with our spiritual state than we are. Maybe their presence is Allah's subtle way of saying, "You're still good. Your light is not gone." What if the cat sees something in you that you've forgotten yourself? Have animals ever come to you when others turned away? Tell us what that moment meant to you. It may help others reconnect with their own fitra. Message 3. You're being watched by angels. There's a mysterious calm that sometimes follows a cat into a room, especially when you're alone, reciting Quran, or deep in thought. Its presence feels more than ordinary. Could it be that the cat isn't alone? In Islam, we are told that we are never truly alone. Allah says in the Quran, when the two receivers receive, seated on the right and on the left. Surah Qaf 50-17. This verse reminds us of the two angels that are always with us, recording every word and deed. But beyond them, the world of the unseen, Al-Ghaib, surrounds us in ways we can't fully understand. And animals, they might just sense what we cannot. In a well-known hadith, the Prophet Muhammad said that angels do not enter a house that contains dogs due to impurity. But cats, they were always welcome. He referred to cats as not impure, Sunan Abi Dawud, and permitted them to roam freely, even in homes and mosques. It's as if cats live peacefully among angels, drawn to places of light, purity and tranquility. A real story from Egypt spread online not long ago. An elderly man who lived alone said a stray cat began visiting his home only during the hours he recited the Quran. He never fed her, he never called her, but every evening, when he sat to read, she would appear, curl up beside him, and leave when he finished. It happened so consistently that he began to wonder, is she responding to something he can't see? Science tells us that animals sense frequencies and energies far beyond human perception. But our deen tells us something even deeper. The unseen is part of the divine design. So next time a cat enters the room while you're praying, crying, or reading Quran, ask yourself, what if the cat isn't alone when it comes to you? What if it's drawn by the light of your actions, or by the presence of an angel? Do you believe cats can see what we can't? Have you ever had a moment where it felt like something unseen was happening? Share your beliefs and stories. We'd love to know. Message 4. Test of compassion. Sometimes, when a cat approaches you, hungry, dirty, vulnerable, it's not just looking for food. It may be carrying a divine question. What will you do? Allah tells us in the Quran, and we will surely test you with something of fear and hunger and a loss of wealth and lives and fruits. But give good tidings to the patient. Surah Al-Baqarah 255. Not all tests are huge or dramatic. Some are silent and subtle. A stray cat crossing your path. A thirsty animal in the heat. A chance to show mercy when no one is watching. One heartwarming story went viral from Indonesia. A young boy who was seen defeating street cats from his own school lunch. He had little, but he shared what he had every day. A local passerby took a video and posted it online. When asked why he did it, the boy said, "I want Allah to love me." It was a simple gesture, but it moved millions. This echoes a famous hadith of the Prophet Muhammad. A man saw a dog eating mud from thirst. So he went down a well, filled his shoe with water, and let the dog drink. Allah appreciated his action and forgave his sins. Sahih Bukhari. If compassion to a dog could open the gates of Allah's mercy, what then of a cat you see every day? In Islam, how we treat the weak, the voiceless, and the helpless is a direct reflection of our heart. It's easy to be kind to those with power. But what about those who can't repay you? Sometimes, that scruffy cat is more than an animal. It's your test. A test of patience. A test of generosity. A test of love. Every animal that crosses your path is also part of your test. The way you treat them may be recorded, not just by angels, but remembered by Allah Himself. So the next time you see a cat that needs help, don't look away. You might be standing in one of your most important exams. What small act of kindness have you done for an animal that made you feel closer to Allah? We'd love to share your story and inspire others with it. Message 5. A symbol of barakah, blessing. In Islam, cats were never forbidden from entering homes. In fact, they were welcomed. They were considered clean, graceful, and peaceful, a sign of mercy. And mercy, as we know, brings something powerful with it. Barakah, the hidden blessing from Allah. Allah says in the Quran, "My mercy encompasses all things." Surah Al-A'raf 7:156. When mercy flows into your life, whether through kindness to a neighbor, patience with a child, or compassion to an animal, blessings follow. Sometimes in ways we can measure, sometimes in ways only our hearts can feel. A man in Cairo, Egypt, shared a beautiful story. For years, his small corner shop barely made enough to survive. Then, one day, a stray cat began visiting him regularly. He didn't feed it at first, but over time, he gave it food, water, and even a small pillow near the door. The cat became a fixture, always sitting calmly near the entrance. Soon after, customers began commenting on the peaceful energy in his shop. Business improved. Sales grew. He said, I'm not saying the cat caused it, but after I started caring for her, something changed. Maybe it was her. Maybe it was Baraka. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad showed us the way. His cat Mueza once slept on his cloak. Rather than disturb her, the Prophet cut the sleeve so she could rest. That mercy wasn't just about the cat. It was about his character. And through that character, Allah sent Baraka to every part of the Prophet's life. In many Muslim homes today, cats are still seen as a source of peace and blessing. Their quiet company during Quran recitation, their calm presence during prayer, their simple joy when shown love. Could your rizq, provision, be tied to how you treat the creations of Allah? Could it be that when you make space for mercy, Allah makes space for abundance? Have you ever felt something change in your life after helping an animal? Did it bring peace, healing, or maybe even barakah? Share your story. We're listening. Message 6. An invitation to pause and reflect. Life moves fast. Deadlines, worries, endless scrolling. It never seems to stop. But sometimes, in the middle of the noise, something small forces you to pause. A cat sits beside you, quietly. No demands. No drama. Just stillness. What if that moment is from Allah? The Quran tells us, indeed, in the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the alternation of the night and day are signs for those of understanding. Surah Al-Imran 3:190. Allah doesn't just send signs through thunder and dreams. He sends them through moments, gentle, passing, often overlooked. And for many, a cat's presence is one of them. A 74-year-old Muslim woman living in London shared something beautiful. She said her cat, Samira, always seems to appear right before prayer time. No matter what room she's in, the cat finds her, sits by her side, and becomes still. It's not trained behavior. It's something deeper. The woman says, I used to rush my prayer, but now, when Samira comes, I take a breath. I sit down. I prepare my heart. That cat taught her to slow down, to be present with her Lord. Science and spirituality agree. Animals are in tune with stillness. They don't rush, overthink, or multitask. They are grounded in the now. Just like the state we aim for during dhikr, remembrance of Allah, and salah. Maybe the cat beside you is an invitation, not to pet or feed, but to breathe, to reflect, to return to yourself. Sometimes, when your soul is cluttered, Allah sends something simple, like a cat, to say, pause, look within. When the world rushes by, perhaps Allah sends a cat to make you pause, to remind you that even in stillness, there is power. In silence, there is presence. When was the last time you slowed down because of something small, like a cat, or a bird, or a gentle breeze? Let's reflect together. Your moment might help someone else breathe again. Message 7. You're never alone, even when you think you are. Loneliness is one of the heaviest emotions a human soul can carry. It often arrives quietly, at night, during illness, or in the middle of a crowded room where no one sees your pain. But even then, Allah sees you. And sometimes, He sends you a companion in the most unexpected form. The Quran reminds us, and He's with you wherever you are. Surah Al-Hadid 57:4. Not metaphorically, not symbolically, truly with you. He knows your sorrow, your silence, your aching heart. And sometimes, instead of a sign from the sky, he sends a creature from the earth, soft, small, but full of comfort. A heartbreaking story from war-torn Syria reached the world a few years ago. A young girl, no more than 10, lost her entire family in a bombing. She was found days later, traumatized and refusing to speak. But by her side, day and night, was a stray cat that never left her. Aid workers said the cat would sleep against her, follow her wherever she walked, and even hiss at strangers who came too close. When asked why she clung to the animal so tightly, she whispered, "She's my only family now." That cat, in all her silence, became a sign of divine mercy. A reminder that even in the darkest, most shattered moments, you are not abandoned. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad taught us, show mercy to those on earth, and the one above the heavens will show mercy to you. Tirmidhi. When a cat comes close during your sadness, when it stares into your eyes as if it understands, maybe it's not random. Maybe it's rahmah, mercy, sent as a whisper from Allah that says, I see you. I have not left you. I am closer than you think. These messengers don't speak our language, but they carry a message louder than words. You're never truly alone, not when Allah has surrounded you with signs of His presence, even in pause, purrs, and quiet companionship.